Hey everyone, welcome to Module 5, our final module for the semester. I'm really excited to get to see your experimental films. The Hero Goal Obstacle were so good that I can only imagine these are going to be great as well. Um, it'll probably be by Friday that I get a chance to grade them, and then I will try to send a link to the class so you can see your classmates' work as well. But let's take a look at what we have. So we're going to be working predominantly on screenwriting and pre-production, and then your final film. So I'm hoping that you should be able to explain the basics of screenwriting when all is said and done, and then be able to create effective pre-production documents. All right, let's take a look at the specifications for your final film. You will complete 1 to 3 minutes in length. I know some people, they want to go over. I'd really rather you stay within that time frame and discipline yourself to just make it no more than 3 minutes. That's plenty. I don't want to overburden you to go out and shoot some kind of epic. Just showing that you can get things done and in and on time is hugely important. Hollywood runs on deadlines. I cannot stress that enough. So yeah, and being able to hit a deadline to me is more important than being perfect with the camera or something. Um, I want it to be 24 frames per second. Make sure it's shot in that. You can do 4K. Film it in 4K. Just make sure you scale down so that you're exported in 16 by 9. Just HD is fine. But if you export in 4K, it's not going to play back the same way. So make sure you're exporting it in the correct aspect ratio. And I have a standards there. At the titles at the end, have 5 seconds of black with a card, your name, the date exported, and you can have fun, make a production company name if you want. What I'm looking for is clean audio, so it's balanced. Voices can be heard, and music isn't blowing out my speakers, so that you're looking at your audio meters while you're editing. Make sure your shots are in focus. Have some sort of lighting scheme, a high key or low key. I realize obviously that there are no lights at the school, so it makes it a little bit harder, but trying to shape light in some way will definitely let your film stand out more. I want to see some kind of effort in the production design and good blocking with your actors. So that's just kind of the general overview. All right, so you'll have some lectures. The first is on screenwriting, where I'll give you kind of the tips, how to format, and suggestions on how to do it. It's really important that you format your script correctly, and I'll explain why that's important as you're watching this. The next step then is planning your film, so all the pre-production work that you're going to do. And then there's one on exporting, color and audio tutorial. So part of planning your film will be creating a production book. So we'll talk about the script first. So because your film is going to be 1 to 3 minutes, you need to do 1 to 3 pages of a script. So properly formatted script, 1 page should equal 1 minute of running time. I don't think we're on lecture 6 with that. I need to take that part out. So just follow the way that I've presented it here. Again, I would say start with the lecture, and then this is going to make a lot more sense. One thing I will say is make your story simple, something that's relatively easy and relatively within your wheelhouse to do. So don't overcomplicate yourself by making an unnecessarily hard script. So pay attention to what's in here, the directions, everything like that. I spell it out for you. This will be due on the 16th. The next part that you'll have is your production book. So you'll create a calendar, and it could be anything. It could be a Word document. It could be some template. All of this is more for you than for me. So I just want to see that you're doing it. So just something that shows your pre-production days, your shooting days, your editing days, and the due dates. The shot lists. Again, when you watch the lectures, this part will make sense. Just follow along with what's there. This is due like 3 days after your script. So it's due by the 19th. One thing I need to make sure that I point out is on here, and I'm glad I thought of it. It should include scene numbers. When you get to Celtex and you're starting to do format, it's something that you'll add to the scene headings, and it'll help with the pre-production planning. So something as I did this, I realized I need to make sure that that's added in there, because having those scene numbers is what you build off of for your production book. So again, just follow these directions, and you'll be good. Watching the lecture, it'll make sense. There's a little video, but it shouldn't be very much. Just, I think you'll actually really enjoy it, about how to block a scene, meaning where you tell the actors to go and how the blocking can influence the outcome of the film. For this, I'm really just looking in the 200 range, but a lot of students have so much fun with this video that they end up writing a lot on it of what caught their attention, things like that. So 200 to 500 words, so roughly just below a page to almost 2 pages. So you'll watch the video, make sure you're writing complete academic, double spaced, and that I know what you're talking about. This one's due a little sooner. This is on the 11th. And I like to put them in a little bit of order for you, so that way you know. The production book, here's some templates for you as well, and examples that you can build off of. Again, when you watch a lecture, these will make sense. If you want to, with the line script, it's okay to just print out a copy of your script, to draw on it with a pen, and to just submit pictures. That's perfectly fine. Again, you watch it, it makes sense. Okay, so there's the assignment. And then you'll have your rough cut. That'll be due on the 4th. And for the rough cut, what I'm hoping for is, it doesn't have to be done. It doesn't have to be finished. Let's put it that way. I think 75% is a good place to be. And that's not just shot, I mean edited. Because the point of turning in a rough cut is for me to give you notes on how to make it better, or make a scene work, or make your shots work in a different way. So you're better off turning in something that's closer to done. That said, I know things like actors and different situations like the weather can maybe throw off your shooting schedule. So that's not to say don't put forth any kind of effort. I mean, no, I want you to get as close to done. I know what 75% done kind of looks like as well. So the more done you are, the more notes I'm able to get you. That is due in 1 month, and on the 4th. And then your final cut is due the 10th. You can submit, I'd prefer on the final cut if you upload it, because it'll make it easier for me to download and submit to everyone. So you can send a link, but try and upload the video file as well. All right, so it's not a ton of busy work necessarily, and I don't mean busy work in that way. There's not a lot of like essays or anything like that, but there's plenty in here. This is going to require you to be very disciplined with yourself in scheduling your time and making sure you get everything done. Here's some camera and editing resources. I don't know why. It also the screenwriting software, the link for it that you can go to, and it is free, and you can watch me as I'm doing it and kind of figure out how the interface works. So this is what I have for you. Please schedule some kind of meeting if you need it to go over any of this, or if you need further explanation, and we will go from there. So yeah, it went by. It's going by quick. Really focus in on writing a good story, and I go into that, how to again format it and things to think about, verb tense, all that good stuff. Really just put forth your best effort, get things turned in on time, and you should be fine. All right, so again, email me if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to those experimental films. All right, happy filmmaking, everyone.